Okay, today is March 7th, 2018, and the Lord has been speaking to me and tell me to make this video. Alright, so Jesus is Lord. Time's running out. Now, the Lord gave me a number a while ago, 320. So now I think it's a date. March 20th. 3.5 days later is March 23rd. Okay? And I say 3.5 days because I'm talking middle of the day on March 23rd. Means that the woman clothed with the sun is exactly 6 months ago on March 23rd. So what I'm saying is, for some reason, God happens to like September 23rd so much that September 23rd, 2015 was the blood moon tetrad, and September 23rd, 2018 was the woman clothed with the sun. Okay? So here's what I'm saying. You got half a year. Remember, there's things that happen at 3.5 years. The two witnesses prophesy for the second portion of the 3.5 years. What I'm saying is, if the tribulation started September 23rd, 2014, 15, 16, 17, September 23rd, 2017 was 3 years later. 3.5 years later is March 23rd. Okay? Now, the EMP happens first, probably on March 20th. Then 3.5 days later, the full-scale thermonuclear war, March 23rd, 2018. No. Now let's take a look. Today is the 7th. So how much time do you have until the 20th? About 14 days. Yeah. Exactly 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks. So, y'all need to get ready, because that September 23rd date that God gave me, months later, it was confirmed by some CIA guy who said, anyway, we'll find out when it happens. Okay, that's what I'm saying. But if you're looking at the 3.5 year period, and God seems to be counting from September 23rd, then half a year is March 23rd. 6 months. So we're looking at 3.5 years, and then we're looking at 7 years, and then there's something special about 3.5 days and 3 days of darkness. So what if on the 20th the EMP happens, and then there's 3 days of blacked out darkness, and then that brings me to another revelation. When the EMP happens, it's not a nationwide blackout. But there will be, subsequent to that, when the full-scale war happens, there will be a coast-to-coast complete blackout of the United States. And if you were to look at it from like a satellite, okay, you could see the border of Canada and the border of Mexico, and the whole United States would be. In other words, if you were to take a night picture of the North American continent from a satellite, okay, you'll be able to see the borders of North America, of United States and Mexico, and it'd be completely blacked out over North America. So World War III is coming. It's going to be a huge disaster. It's not a limited war. It's full-scale thermonuclear war. And people, trust me, I don't know exactly what's going to happen on the 20th. Okay? But God gave me the number 320. And every time God's given me a number or a date, something significant has happened on that date. I always just jump to conclusions and sometimes miss it on that. But the dates that God gives me and what God says to me, and I'm telling you, y'all need to get ready and be glad that you got this warning. Jesus is Lord. Time is running out. And hey, if you had a date that you were going to be ready on the 20th. Actually, on the 19th of March. Literally, like, you got like 10 days. to get ready. And I'm talking about getting food, water, extra gasoline. And then if nothing happens, keep some of that food stored up, keep some of that water stored up, start using that gasoline if you need to. Okay? But the point is, it's going to happen. It's written in God's word. And September 23rd, 2017, the woman clothed with the sun, Revelation chapter 12:1. The very next verse is it says, another sign appeared in heaven. An enormous red dragon launches stars from the sky to the earth. Listen, that's China launching nukes from its tail. It's actually Russia and China, because in Revelation 13, the bear, the feet of the bear, that's Russia, and the dragon come rising out of the sea. That's your Russian invasion. Revelation 13. And then what happens next? To him who is to die by the sword, to die by the sword. Revelation 13, like 8 or 9. And then Revelation 13:11, a second beast rises out of the earth. That's Islam. That's your deep state. That's your Antifa. Black Lives Matter, Obama's constituency here in the United States. And I was telling a guy today, you got Revelation 12 was fulfilled on September 23rd, 2017. We had, not including the signs in the skies, like the eclipse, the blood moons, the full solar eclipse, the full lunar eclipse, all just a few months apart. Then the woman clothed with the sun, and we're still waiting for that one sign in the sky. The sky rolled up like a scroll, and the figs coming, and the stars falling from the sky, and then the sky rolled up like a scroll. We're still waiting for that particular sign in the sky, but think about the other signs in the sky, like that SpaceX that flew over Los Angeles and left a big cloud that looked like a giant bomb shape or a shark or something. And then other signs in the sky that are man-made. And what about in the earth? All these nuclear earthquakes. I'm just saying, it's the sixth seal of Revelation when it happens. I mean, we're in it now. And then Ezekiel 38 was fulfilled on November 19th, 2017. Daniel's 70th week was already fulfilled. One of those, the day of the proclamation has already been 70 years. Then, what is that? May 14th, somewhere in there, that the 70th year of Israel. Okay, so I'm just saying, these are the end days. If you have any clue from God, listen, there's not going to be the rapture. It's not going to happen until after the mark of the beast comes out. And so World War III is going to happen, and then there's probably going to be a year or two while the mark of the beast, and you have to endure. You say, what? Well, look how slow everything's going. I'm just saying. God, we saw the thermonuclear war coming in November 2016 when the election was going on, and Russia had done giant nuclear drills with all their citizens, and China had done the same thing, had nuclear drills for their citizens. And what do we do in the United States? We have a text alert that goes out to Hawaii, and then everybody complains about it. Don't you get it? God's trying to get you guys ready, and that's partly the government trying to say, wake up, everybody. I'm just saying. Just saying, get ready.